Good morning. It's Johnny Sunshine. Good morning, my people. Today's fucking Wednesday? What the fuck? I thought today was Thursday, man. What the fuck is Hump Day? Johnny needs to get some humping in, man. Son of a bitch. How's everybody doing today, man? I'm doing good. I got a day off, or a morning off so far. It's 9 o'clock. Just chilling out, man. Slept good last night. Let's see something here. That job yesterday was interesting. I learned a lot about Kohler. It's like anything. The more you use the stuff, the more you know. My biggest issue with Kohler products is they're just, I struggle with them. I'll be honest, man. It's like cracking a fucking safe to get into these things, man. I mean, literally everything is hidden. God fucking forbid you see a goddamn screw on these things, And the set screws are all the smallest Allen wrench on the fucking set of Allen wrenches. Which, when it comes to hard water and showers and soap scum and all the shit that happens in a shower, a lot of this shit doesn't want to come apart. Yesterday, I struggled, man, with this trim. There's so many little parts that have to be put together. It's a struggle. I couldn't get one screw out. It ended up stripping. You need lots of specialty, like, all I can say is mowing is just not that hard to do. I don't know if mowing is constantly beating Kohler to the punch, and because of patents and the way things go together, Kohler has to go in a different direction because it would be a copyright infringement or a patent infringement. Delta seems to be ahead of the game, like the cartridge I put in yesterday on this Kohler valve. It's kind of like a Delta valve cartridge, but the pieces don't lock together, you know what I mean? And I don't know, you put the fucking pressure balance spool in, and then the nose cone goes in, and they don't lock together. You can't put it together in one piece. And I will tell you that package that shit came in, the O-rings were the wrong size. I had to use the O-rings on the old cartridge to make it fit in the back of the valve body. The big washers that came with it, they didn't work either. I don't know what the fuck they were for. So it's just it's a head scratcher. I couldn't get the screws in for the faceplate after I changed the cartridge. One of them snapped off. And, it's just a fucking nightmare. And a lot of it, maybe some of it has to do with me just not being familiar with the material, putting the stuff together, but it just seems awfully complicated to me. Overcomplicated. They need to figure it out. I would never fucking tell somebody to buy that shit. It's just fucking horrible. They're putting these little tiny set screws in to save money, I guess. But then the fucking part that it screws into weighs 6 fucking pounds of brass. It's like, what the fuck, man? Really? Figure it out, guys. They're a big name. I like their toilets. But as far as the faucets go, they can keep that shit. They can fucking keep it. I don't have a line item in my estimate program for scratching my head and trying to figure out what the fuck, and then they say refer to the fucking directions. Well, they don't give you any directions with the goddamn cartridge. There's nothing like printed on the back of the package. I struggle with them. I like mowing. It's pretty fucking simple. And I'm pretty simple, man. I'm a simple guy, you know. But this house had a Sani-flo system in it, which I didn't know much about. Really, it's the first time I've ever seen them. The one that I usually get for if you need to pump out waste. Let me see what this one is. Got a lot of fucking... Hang on here. Gould macerating pump tank system. Yeah. Liberty, Zoller. I think it might be a Zoller. Gould's. This one right here is usually the one that I put in. It's a great system. It's got a sealed lid on it. You know, it's easy to fucking change the pump out. Bigger sump. This thing, I don't know what the fuck's up with that. The one that's in there, you know, they sell them at Home Depot. So right there is a red flag. You can't buy this guy at Home Depot, this pump system. You do have to dig a pit. It's got a sealed lid on it that they tend to rot out after fucking 15 years or 20 years, depending on where they're buried. This guy being down on the water in the sand and being susceptible to flooding, who knows how long it would last. I would say at least 15 years. I mean, it's a pretty heavy steel cap, but it is sealed. This guy, that system was vented, had no vent, just venting under the house, which I guess isn't a problem. I mean, it's built like a fucking crypt, that house. Lots of concrete, lots of fucking, they probably drove pilings into the ground. I don't know. I mean, it seemed like they had columns holding up those beams, like they had solid cinder block columns on footers, and then these tie beams that were very, very, some of them were fucking 2 feet, 2x8 solid beams, concrete. So the house was built like a fucking brick shit house, and there was a lot of room under there, a lot better. I've been in some fucking houses where you have to dig the dirt out under the pipes, basically, so you can get to the other side of the pipe. Pretty nasty, but you know, hopefully we can get this guy's house up and running again. It's a bathroom that never gets fucking used. It's out on the lanai. Typical shit down here. People have all these fucking beautiful toys and you know, this crazy lifestyle, you know, of all these amenities. And they never use the shit, man, to be honest with you. They really don't. He's like, we're lucky if we flush that toilet 6 times a fucking year. And that could be part of the problem. You know what I mean? That if a pump's sitting there, a macerating pump, and it's not getting used daily, it could definitely seize up. Rust will set in. And I was reading about that Sani-flo system. You got to be careful what you clean the toilet with. You can't pour bleach down it, which is a big problem because that's the first thing people go for when they clean the toilet. They want to dump bleach in there, scrub everything. And according to Sani-flo, that's a no-no. So we'll get it straightened out. I don't know about the power situation. I mean, he said there was power down there, but when I went down, he had his tester stuck in the receptacle, and there were no lights on that thing. And I stuck mine in there, and nothing happened, no lights. So there was no power at that location. The house has had additions. It was originally built in 2002, but it had that whole wing out there where that toilet was an addition on that house. I guess when the guy who's there now, when he bought it. But he's been doing a lot of stuff in there. Totally eliminated the gas system, propane under the had a buried tank. He doesn't like that. It's living on an island in Sarasota on one of the keys. You know what I mean? A barrier island. It's a different animal. They've got city water out there, but no city sewer. I know I looked at one job when I was sitting on that road. I was looking at this house that was under construction when they were dumping the dirt on that job. And I was like, I don't know what's that's all about. And what it is an aerated drain field system. So they have a system that actually, a piping system with jets pointing down that actually cleans that or helps to clean the drain field on those houses. So he said he had an irrigated drain field. We have elevated drain fields. Now we got these irrigated drain fields, which I guess, is the latest and greatest thing. We'll see how they work over the next 20 fucking years. But aerating a drain field is one way to repair a drain field. It's a pretty tough process. You got to use like a probe and probe down and use high pressure water. But yesterday was a good learning experience for me. On that house. It was, I had a great lunch at a great restaurant on the water, and I thought to myself, life could be tougher, man. I have a pretty good life, We all tend to, and I'm trying to stay in today, one day at a time, instead of thinking down the road all the fucking time where I want to be. I just want to be happy in my space today. Yesterday was a good day. Made a little bit of money, had a great day, talked to people. I love being out and just bullshitting with anybody who's next to me. Strike up a conversation. And these people, they can read you immediately. They can tell that you're a straight up guy and somebody they can trust. And I get a lot of customers like that, man. Just being who I am, just talking to people. I'm very comfortable in my skin. And it comes across that way, I think, to the people that I meet. And being in business is a great thing. And I enjoy the hell out of it. But I got today off. It's fucking hump day. Jack and Johnny's sitting here in his fucking underwear, drinking coffee. I gave my dogs, I bought them a fucking goddamn rotisserie chicken. And old Gussie, he fucking blew. And when he blows, it's like he literally is running around in circles with a fucking diarrhea fountain shooting out of his fucking ass. Just blew up all over my fucking dining room. 2 days, 3 days after I just had this fucking house cleaned, mop, fucking Gussie goes in and shits all over everything. So I'm fucking pissed. I'm like, what the fuck? So now he's all fucking mentally destroyed for a couple of days. He looks at me every time I look at him. He pisses on the floor. I'm like, come on, man. Gussie's like, this guy's a lunatic. And no, I did not beat Gussie. I don't do that. But he's a special one, that guy. So he's a little, I call him and he doesn't come. And he's like, I fucked up, I know. I shouldn't have shit in the house. And I'm like, take it easy, pal. Take it easy. So I'm sitting here. Maybe the phone will ring. Maybe it won't. I need to clean my truck. Otherwise, I'm just going to enjoy this fucking day off, man. I got to make sure I write down all these these massages that I have. I need to get them in my schedule. I wish I were more in tune with this. There's so many things that I can do with my phones, with alarms and messages and reminders, all that stuff. But I'm just not into it, man. My eyes, I struggle reading stuff. It's really a pain, man. My eyes have been really fucked up lately. There's red tide in Sarasota, down on the beach yesterday, where I was working. We had an onshore breeze, and it was blowing the red tide onto Casey Key, where I was working. Casey Key is a beautiful key. We have Casey Key, then Siesta Key, starting in the south. Nokomis, Osprey, Venice area. We got Casey Key, then it goes to Siesta Key, which is where I live, and then north of that is Lido Key, and St. Armand's Key, and then Longboat Key. And then beyond that is Anna Maria Island, or Anna Maria Key. And that brings you right up to the mouth of Tampa Bay. But those islands are packed full of people, packed full of houses. A lot of work going on there these days because of the storm. A lot of the older little houses got fucking washed away or just destroyed to the point that they need to be torn down and rebuilt. But, does anybody else make a weird-ass face when they clean their ears, man? I'm just telling you, man. I liken this to, like, getting a nut. I'm like, oh, yeah, baby. Here it comes. There goes my money on this video. Johnny just can't shut the fuck up, man. Son of a bitch. So my girl up here in New York, she's been trying to call me. I didn't answer the phone. I haven't talked to her in about a week, man. And I don't know what's going on with her, man. I would like to see her because, I need to see her. I'll just leave it at that, man. But I got to clean my truck today, guys. I've got to get it back in order. I realize that this business, you turn your whole fucking truck upside down every fucking day, man. Being mobile, having a mobile business, is controlled fucking chaos, basically. It's not like having a shop where, you clean up your bay and you put all your tools back in your toolbox and you drive home or walk home or ride your bike home. Having all the shit that I have on my truck, and being able to try to get things done no matter what happens. Yesterday I got into all kinds of shit where I needed screws, I'm fucking drilling fucking screws out of this stupid ass faucet. I couldn't get a part of it off of the old cartridge. I don't know. The screw was seized in there. I couldn't get it out. It ended up stripping. It was a brass screw. Luckily, I've got a bunch of fucking brass bib wash screws. And I was able to get that handle back on. But, yeah, I'm not a big fan. And yesterday, when he called me, he's like, I want you to replace these valves. And I was like, I ain't fucking doing that. Because he wants me to do it through the tile. And there's CPVC in the fucking walls. And it's just a liability, man. If I can't cut a hole in the back wall to get to these valves, I'm not doing it, man. Unless I can put a fucking, what I call a boo-boo plate, put a boo-boo plate on it and open that fucking tile up so I can get in there and be careful with what I'm doing instead of struggling. But anyways, we got him going. It was a challenge. My first call was great. Some people from Rhode Island, some homies I ran into. They grew up in the area I grew up in, or just, you know, where I grew up was a real nice neighborhood, man, and then it just started to go downhill. The poverty and urban blight was spreading, and by the time we moved out, I think it was 1984. We had been there since, 68, 69. We had to get out of there, man, because my friends were getting killed. People were fucking, it was bad. It was real bad, man. And we got the fuck out of there. I went in the Navy to save my life, basically. So it's all good. It was nice to meet those people yesterday. And then I met another lady walking by as I was getting in my truck. She was from Taunton, Mass, which is right up against fucking Rhode Island. Let's see what... Wow. This picture of that I keep seeing of Donald Trump and fucking Darth Vader. This guy, I don't know what's going on in our government, man. It's like a coup has occurred. These people are here to dismantle. Look at this fucking guy. I mean, if you're a Disney illustrator, you couldn't come up with a more wicked face than Elon Musk. The criminal billionaire. He's got more money than any fucking buddy, and he's a sick man. You just look at this motherfucker and he ain't right. Is this what you guys wanted, you Trumpers? Is that what you wanted? We got fucking this guy, Psycho, and then fucking Donnie Dipshit sitting down next to him like, what do you want me to do? Just tell me. That's going to cost you $1 billion, Elon. So our government's for sale. You just say what you want done, and I'll sign an executive order, and you deposit somehow. They've got a scheme somewhere, somehow, to get this money, and it's untraceable. And Elon Musk is hell-bent on putting the United States government out of fucking business. Because the only thing standing in this world, standing between total domination of the fucking working class people in this whole world, the only thing standing between total domination of us is the United States government. So they've been spending lots of money trying to put the government out of business. And unfortunately, the whole right-wing people in Congress, the Senate, the congressmen and representatives, men and women, are not working for the American people. They're working for the fucking super wealthy. These people who are sick at best, they have this fucking desire to control, just pillage us, man. Just fucking pillage us. They think they're arrogant, man. I don't know. I'm not happy with the direction this country's going in. Donald Trump talking about expanding the United States, taking Canada, making it a state, talking about grabbing Gaza from the Palestinian people and turning it into a fucking, resort. It's like, come on, guys. I mean, if you look at these little children who are fucking starving and their parents have been fucking bombed and killed, if your lack of fucking humanity is a problem, man, If you see that happen to anybody, you should be upset. But they're not. They're like, fucking kill them all! Turn that, Mikey Pipes, turn that fucking goddamn place into glass. What's that mean? You know? Nuclear weapon? Fucking turn the sand into glass? Come on, Mike. This loss of fucking humanity in our country and in our world is not a good thing, man. It is not a good thing. This fucking total lack of humanity. People, it's all about me. I got this fucking nutcase, Jim Wilskinuski or something. Everything I post on my fucking Facebook page, this cocksucker who lives in, I don't even know where he lives. One day he's talking about California, the next day he's talking about fucking Hawaii, and I just can't. I don't know where people like him come from. The total lack of they're like Nazis, man. You know? How do you kill 5 million people and not fucking feel bad about it, man? Women, children, men. Oh, Jesus Christ. If you don't know history, we're doomed to repeat it. It seems like we're going down that road again. Anyways, so that bothers me. I gotta say, that fucking hamburger I had yesterday, guys, was delicious. And people get, I like my hamburger fucking well done, man. I don't like eating raw fucking hamburger, you know? So the lady, I tell her I want a hamburger, and she says, how do you want that cooked? I was like, I want it cooked, you know? I need the motherfucker cooked fully. And she finally brings the hamburger out, and she says, well, you know, it took a little. They almost have an attitude that you want to cook this thing fucking all the way. I like my shit well done on a hamburger, man. Steak is different, but a hamburger, cook that motherfucker. Especially if all the shit we know about how hamburgers manufactured in this fucking country now. Every dead cow in the fucking country gets ground up, and that's hamburger. Yeah, who cares if it had mad cow disease? That's why I want that motherfucker cooked to death. Anyways, the hamburger comes out, and the goddamn thing's fucking like medium rare, man. It's like the chef's got a fucking attitude, man. But I gotta tell you, the damn thing was good, man. But if I start acting fucking crazy, it could be mad cow disease. I mean, crazier than I normally am, you know. I can't fucking believe, guys, I have nothing to do today, Jackson. It's really strange, man. But I'll take it, because tomorrow and Friday, if I take today off, I'll work Thursday and Friday. Let's see how many calls I got. My girl called me last night at 7:45. The guy that I repaired the CPVC for up in the attic, the shit that was really brittle, I told him to get 3 prices, and she did, and she called me last night. We talked about her estimates, and she told me who she was most comfortable with, and I agree with her, man. It's Aqua Plumbing. They do everything, man. They go above and beyond. Very, very professional. They're not a small shop with like 3 or 4 guys who are feeling the pressure of getting stuff done. They've got a service department that has probably 50 trucks. They have a new construction and commercial division, building big, doing big jobs, $20 million fucking jobs. So these people are professional. They provide everything on a repipe, man. They have a guy that goes in and repairs all the drywall. It's included in the price. And she said she just had a feeling that they were a much better company than the other 2. I'm not going to mention who they were, but one of them, his price was higher, and she said she just didn't get a good feeling from this guy. And I think mainly he probably just didn't want to do the job, and he shot her a fucking price that was just outrageous. Over 10 grand to repipe a house, man. 2-bath house. That's it. 2 baths, $10,000 for a couple of rolls of fucking PEX and, 15 shutoff valves and some supply tubes and a couple of days work. 10 grand. But anyways, let's see who I got calls from yesterday. Not much. Not much happened. I renewed my Craigslist ad, and that shit pays off, guys. In your area, if you're a plumber, it's not just poor people, man. Some people think, oh, you're getting the bottom of the fucking barrel, with these. You gotta weed through who's doing it, but I can tell you, there are a lot of I go to some very, very nice houses, and they get my number off of Craigslist, man. If you've ever looked at my ad on Craigslist, it's a good ad. I've got a lot of experience, and people like that, You got to be careful with that, because you don't want them thinking, Jesus Christ, this guy's an old motherfucker. Jesus Christ, he's got fucking 92 years of experience. I got to pour some peroxide in my fucking ear, man. I got an itchy something going on in here, and I know these Q-tips ain't helping it. Oh, here it comes. Son of a bitch. Let's get to some hater mail real quick. Let's see here. D Money. Tony Mancini said, Paul McCartney. Yep, I was singing it up yesterday, man. I had my fucking, whatever the fuck you call this thing. This whole new fucking world we live in. Paul McCartney, I was singing it up yesterday, and I realized, man, I really sound bad without music. Eminem, I'm like, fuck. Then I look at the video, and I'm like, oh, damn, son. Old Johnny the crooner better keep his motherfucking day job. So D Money said, Sunshine, you had me grinding my teeth with that impact drill on that trim screw. Yeah, I know, man. I was fucking frustrated. I was like, just go in! Go in, you motherfucker! And then it finally snapped. Why? Why, Kohler? Do I need to drill out a hole for the fucking screw to go through? The new cartridge? You cocksuckers? Jesus Christ, man. Anthony LaPierre. What's up, OG? Johnny? 1 black screw, 1 silver, then the drill. Wow, trying to get it done fast. Shit happens. Yeah, I don't know about the black screw and the other silver screw. Maybe he was talking about the screws that hold the cartridge in. But they're the same thread. I don't give a fuck. I didn't use the ones that came with I used one of the ones that came with the cartridge. But I didn't remove this shag carpet, man. That was just eating my shit. Every time I needed something, there was a a throw rug that had fucking shag carpet like this fucking long, man. I'd put something down and it would disappear in there. It was like the worst. It's like grass, man. I was like, what the fuck? Where is all my shit going? I had to shake it out. Retrieve my tools, man. So this guy Zeppelin 5000 said, damn, Johnny, it seems like a lot of roads around you are narrow as shit. I've noticed in a few of your videos. You're right, guy. Absolutely. That fucking, they don't want to waste land on roads, They want to sell that shit to people buying houses and fucking deal with the repercussions later. That's typical down here. Francis Lang said, mowing is the best. Mowing is a good faucet for the fucking price, man. And it comes with a lifetime warranty. That's unbeatable, man. If you got an issue, even the finish on a valve, if it goes bad, man, call them up in 15 fucking years. Say you're the original owner of the house, which a lot of these people are. And they'll send you a fucking new one, man. I mean, it's simple as that. It's a great warranty. Cold King was hot yesterday, man. He put up a lot of fucking comments, man. Cold King. It's been called the Gulf of Mexico for more than 400 fucking years now. Yeah, I know. You know. Tomorrow we're going to be calling the fucking sky green and the grass blue because Donnie said so. Yeah. And if you don't, you're a fucking asshole. Well, fuck you guys. It's the Gulf of Mexico, and it will always be the fucking Gulf of Mexico to me. The Gulf of America? It just don't even sound right. Jesus Christ, guys. People are fucking weird, man. Cold King said solid pour with pilings. Ain't no storm taking it out, Jackson. You're right. That fucking house will be empty. The wind is blown out, but the structure will be standing for sure. So this R.J. Smith said, my thought is that the pump would blow any GFCI, which is probably correct. I don't know. I have to look back. I think that he said it needs to be put on a regular circuit, which it probably was. You're right, but that circuit didn't have power, and I didn't know where the breaker was. So, that's his problem. He needs to get an electrician over there and see it, because the thing did work, man. It flushed a few times, but I was putting probably more water into that thing than it can handle. It seems like you gotta baby them. Like, it's not gonna take, like, I'm used to flushing toilets 4 or 5 fucking times in a row to see if it works. So we'll see. We'll get to the bottom of that, and I'll share the information with you guys. Sani-flo, they have great reviews. People love them. It is small and compact, a lot simpler to put in than the other system. But we'll see. So this guy, Spinelli Services, says, John, go get a calcium score. That shortness of breath is a sign of heart failure. Get it checked. And I'm like, really? And then Ray Bott said, I was actually thinking the same thing. Really? Thanks, guys. Appreciate it. I thought the shortness of breath was because I was crawling under a fucking house, man. At 60 years old, most people say, fuck it, I ain't gonna do it. I have to concentrate on my breathing. A lot of times I hold my breath. And I just do, what I do is strenuous shit, man, I got to concentrate on my breathing, but I know I have a history in my family. My father died at 68 from a massive heart attack, man. And I'm a lot like my dad, a lot like my father. I mean, there was a picture of my dad when he was young, and I was the spitting image of him. So I've got to go get a heart doctor and get a good checkup every year. But now, if you say, I've got, my heart, they send you into the hospital and it costs $75,000 fucking dollars, and they do all kinds of shit and then say, oh, you're ready. You just had a little bit of fucking, indigestion. Indigestion? For 75 fucking grand? There better be something really fucking wrong with me. Dig deeper. Something's wrong with me. Jack Pfeffer. Jack, he's one of them guys with the P in front of the F, like Pfeiffer Vista. Yeah, Jack Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer. Cola faucets are garbage, man. I agree, Jack. They suck, man. James Bott. Food looks good. That shit was good. That fucking hot dog was jamming, man. Lots of fucking raw red onion, man. A lot of mustard and fucking relish. And I was stealing the french fries out of my hamburger platter. And the coleslaw was fucking jamming too, man. Good. That was a great lunch, and I ate the rest of it when I got home, man. My dogs are sitting there, and I was like, kids, I really love you. And I would love to share, and I always do, but this blowing your fucking shit out all over my goddamn house ain't fucking working for me anymore. I'm tired of it. So old JJ said that looks like they had Mickey Mouse Electric under that house. I don't know. All I know is there's a lot of scratching things off in the electrical panel. It's, you can't read. There's a line through something, then it's been renamed another thing, and you're not really sure if what was right, and just dangerous shit. I don't like it. And the track pipe laying under the house. He just eliminated all the gas in the house. The shit's all kinked and disconnected. He got rid of the gas water heater and put in one of those hybrid heaters that I hooked up. So Miguel Lopez, he said, it's the Gulf of America. Take it or leave it. I'll leave it, motherfucker. It's going to be the Gulf of Mexico, Mr. fucking Lopez. Come on, man. You're a fucking traitor, man. Really? Mr. Lopez? I'll bet you can't go back to your own motherfucking country. He's like, well, I'm here now. This is my country. Yeah. Scott Apt. Okay, Miguel. Scott Apt. He jumps from Mikey Pipe's site to my site. Let's see what's going on Mikey's site real quick. Oh, fuck. Oh, Christ. Let's listen to this fucking lunatic for a minute. Hang on. I gotta get it off my fucking earbud. Listen to this fucking Looney Tune. We need to do a fucking podcast. Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, fucking Mikey. Fucking Mikey likes anything. Remember those commercials? Mikey likes anything. Do you see him mugging up with that fucking toothless fucking homeless person? With just glass fucking separating them the other day? I was like, this guy's fucking whack.
Our order of operations station for a standing pilot gas hydronic system.
Oh, I'm getting a tickle in my pickle.
I gotta figure out what we're actually gonna technically call it, but I want to call this area right here, and it's not done yet. Just wait and see.
I got an idea. BFM.
Half-inch cross T.
Big fucking mess.
Half-inch nipples. Half-inch black 90s.
You're a fucking perv, man.
We're gonna perfect this.
Picks up a 90 and says it's a nipple. He's thinking about that homeless lady.
Just separate everything else out of your mind for a second. We have the black pipe, which is our gas piping.
Black
just
nipples.
Concentrate from this valve
They're nice.
And beyond.
I've been there.
That valve, okay?
I've had some black nipples in my day.
We have a standing pilot gas valve that someone punched a hole in. Maybe that's why it was free. I don't know. Who knows? We have a combustion chamber front plate that has a thermo disc or a flame roll.
Pretty interesting shit he's building there, I gotta say, man. It's taking over his shop. It reminds me, hang on, I'm gonna...
And it works nice.
It reminds me of when I went to A school in Waukegan, Illinois. They had a whole building that was basically a steam propulsion plant that you would find on a ship. It was a fucking engine room inside this building. It had everything, man. Every single component to a steam propulsion plant. And that's where we learned how to steam ships, man. How to produce steam and make that motherfucking boat move, Jackson. And we were the guys who did it. Without a boiler technician, the motherfucking Navy ain't nothing. It's a bunch of sitting ducks in the Gulf of America. Yeah. Let's get back to Mikey.
Checked out yesterday's YouTube short on this channel. A short is something that's under a minute long, and now it's under 3 minutes long. But I posted a 12-second clip of this in operation. What I'm going to do is we're going to take out this nipple and this reducing coupling by 1/2 inch by 1/8. I'm going to extend this out probably to right around there. Right? So I'm going to make this nipple longer, maybe make that a 6-inch nipple or maybe an 8-inch length. Bring that to right around there. I want to clear that. Right? I'm going to put this T right here, cross T. I'm going to come across with an elbow here and an elbow there, and I'm going to have 3 burners. 3 burners here. I got to figure out how I'm going to secure it. I don't like this. This is dumb. I really don't like that. That's dumb. And we're going to have the order of operations when I'm going to put a thermostat right here somewhere. It's going to click in the thermostat relay on our fan center relay. We're going to power a circulator, which could be a light bulb. Okay? We're going to have a light switch there. I got the conduit ran already. We're going to bring power in here. And when you have a call for heat, you're going to witness an automatic vent damper open. Once that opens and the end switches close, as long as the safety circuit, which is going to contain a rollout switch and a spill switch, visible spill switch, right now it's invisible, then you're going to get 24 volts feeding the gas valve. You're going to have main ignition opening. And we're going to look at pressures here, which will be the same as the inlet pressure.
You know,
of the gas valve,
I gotta say, man, I didn't know anything about this shit, but I've learned a lot, man, watching these guys, Steve Lav and Mikey Pipes. I'm going to tell you who I subscribe to, just so you know. Just so you be in the know, you know? You know. Let's see here. So I subscribe to Steve Lav, Mikey Pipes Uncensored, Vince at Residential Repairs. He's a great guy, good family man, and his wife is beautiful. And yeah, I tune in there. I got I did subscribe to Mikey Pipes' regular channel, but I never watch it. I subscribe to Plumbing Right, Drumming Left, which now it appears it says Plumbing Right. I subscribe to Sick Kids. Sick Kids he's a real sharp guy. Got a kind of an edgy. I like his thing. They're usually short, but the guy's cool as hell, and he should be owning his own business. I also subscribe to WWHVAC. Cool guy Walt down there in Texas. Great guy. I just like the guy, you know. And then I also subscribe to Crossroads. The Washington National Cathedral, because, you know, I'm a fucking liberal and I do believe in God. Anyways, Crossroads, CRAWS Road, Crossroad 05. This guy's He's a great subscriber of mine. And his web channel is about him and his life. He was in a terrible motorcycle accident, and he sustained, head damage, or I don't know, I forgot what you call it. But anyways, he's a great guy, and he's got a great channel. And a shout out to him. And then let's go back. I watched this guy, Hydro. Why can't I get that shit to pull up? Uh-oh, somebody's calling me, motherfucker. Hydro NYC. This kid's real sharp, man. He's got an attitude, and what a fucking talent he is when it comes to his prose. The way he talks and the way he links all his shit together. It's just hilarious, man. He's funny as shit, and I enjoy it, and he's good at what he does, man. He does a lot of remodels in these high rises. All cast iron. It looks beautiful. Very nice work. I subscribe to the plumber Lorian. Crossroads, right on. Let's see who this guy is. No, I don't know. Some of these I don't even know who the fuck they are. But I do Hydro NYC. I watch Replum. I give him shit. I'm kind of nasty to him, but I respect this guy. He knows his shit. He's a young kid. He's the guy with all the new fucking tools. He's good at this YouTube stuff. And he's got these motherfuckers. Every day's Christmas for this guy at Replum. Now he's turned his channel. He used to have an old redneck doing the work and doing the voiceover, but now it appears that he has turned totally to music videos. Nothing like watching a fucking toilet being replaced to fucking Led Zeppelin. Yeah. Anyways, so Replum, that's a great channel. Plumber John, this guy, he's from Massachusetts, I believe, and he's got 48,000 subscribers. Motherfucker, man. And he does good work, man. He comes from a family, his dad's a plumber, and he does really good work, does a lot of new construction and service. And I love the way when he's finished, he says, that's it, we're done. I did subscribe to Merritt Plumbing, who is another plumber here in Sarasota, but he's one of them straight-laced guys. I'm not really into all that, The plumber Lorian. I like this guy, but I see he copies a lot of people, man. I think. That's all I'm saying. He's getting close to the copyright infringement area. You put a video up, and then a week later, he's got the same shit up. Same tools, same whatever, same idea. And he uses a fucking bag to catch water. So that one rubs me the wrong way, too. So I just say let the bodies hit the floor, motherfucker. Let the bodies hit the floor. Put a fucking towel down when you're working on plumbing. There's going to be a little bit of fucking water. What the fuck, man? It'll dry up in a week or two. The fuck? And you won't start any fires if everything's wet, Alright, guys, I gotta cut this one short. It's only been an hour. Anyways, have a great day. It's fucking Wednesday, hump day. And I ain't doing nothing so far. We'll see if the phone rings, man. Have a great day. And, if you like, hit the like button and subscribe, man. I need a little bit. I got 5,500 subscribers. I mean, I know I'm kind of tough to swallow. I'm fucking sitting here in my underwear, drooling. I swear a lot. I hear some fucking rustling going around out here in my goddamn yard. Who the fuck's out there? Get the fuck out of here! It's windy. I think it's gonna rain today. Alright guys, I'm out. Have a great day, man. I hope you enjoyed this I need this therapy session for me. Yeah, it really does work for me.